Hey you guys, we are going to be testing out all the stuff that we received in our March Ipsy Glam Bag Plus and Glam Box, or Glam Bag, I should say. We're going to be playing around with a bunch of the makeup. I told you guys I had so much stuff in here that I was like, we should do a tutorial, and I got a lot of feedback. A lot of you guys wanted me to specifically play around with the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, so I figured let's go ahead and get diving right into this. I'm not going to spend any more time chit-chatting. We're just going to get diving right into it. If you guys noticed, I already did my brows. We did not get a brow product, but I did test out a new brow pencil. It's not super new. I've had it in the box for a while, and I've been wanting to try to, dive into other brow pencils, and I've been testing out this Kiss New York Professional brow pencil. The shade that I have is in, I believe, like dark brown or something. I do know it was sent to me, so that is the shade that they sent me, and I do like it. I did have to go in and set it with a little bit of a warmer brow powder because it was really dark, but so far I think it looks pretty darn good. So let's go ahead and move into the eyes. I'm going to actually do the eyes today first because just knowing from what I've played with in her past Obsessions palettes, there was a little bit of fallout, and because some of these colors are pretty deep, I want to make sure that I don't get any fallout on top of any of the work I've already done. So we'll start out with the eyes first. I did not set my base. If you guys want to set your base, you're more than welcome to, but I want to get the most pigment out of this color, and I really want to see how they perform. And we're going to dive into this very first shade right here. I completely forgot, you guys. I'm so glad I just realized this now. I completely forgot to use my brushes by Farah. So actually, I'm going to dive into one of these blending brushes. Let's go in with this one, the 335E Tapered Blending. Let's go into this color right here. It looks really intense. This was the most patchiest color that they had, but we're going to do it. I'm going to go in with the Farah 3 Mini Tapered Blending Brush because it's a little bit smaller and I can really pack it on in there. These blending brushes are working really well, by the way, so I really do like that. Let's take the same blending brush and let's move into a little bit of a deeper color. We're going to take this deep plum shade with the same brush and we're going to apply it onto the outer corner. Now what I'm going to do is I took it almost all the way to the very end of my eyelid, and I'm going to go back in with that really deep shade. I'm going to pack it on the outer corner, and I'm using just a flat shader brush to do this. Now we're going to go in with the brightest shade in here, and I'm actually going to use my finger first. So we're going to take this shade right here, and I'm actually going to pop that on using my finger first. We're going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm going to pack it right in the center, see if I could get a little bit of that patchiness to go away using a little bit of a different shimmer. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I popped on some liquid liner, and then I threw on some lashes. If you guys are wondering, I did use the Pretty Vulgar gel ink liner. This is one that we received in our BoxyCharm. It is amazing. Then for lashes, I went ahead and I popped on some of my favorite lashes. These here are by the Dollar Club lashes. They are in the style Sabrina. Let me go ahead and take off my rings. I do like to take off my rings during when I do like my face makeup, just because I feel like it gets in my fingers and stuff, especially with like toner, especially with primer. So this here is the Yensa Tone Up Primer. This is an Essential Glow, and it has 8 Super Blackhead Essence in it. Got a little bit of a tint. Do you see that? Like, it's not super obvious, but there is a small smidge of a tint going on there. I did get the Yensa Skin on Skin BC Full Coverage Foundation. This does have an SPF of 40. All right, so let's start there. Ooh, I like the coverage. It smells really good. It's like a perfect color match, too. I am a dewy lover's dream right now. This is super dewy. I personally, this is not really my cup of tea, but if you guys like dewy foundations. I think it's not just the foundation. I think it really has a lot to do with the primer that I had underneath it. I'm going to go ahead and just conceal it really quickly. I'm just going to be taking the same concealer I used for my lids. So now that my face is set, I will say that it is a very interesting feeling because it doesn't feel heavy. I like the way my skin feels. Like, I definitely don't feel like I have foundation on, which I really do like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the next product that we got in our box. This here is the Morphe bronzer. All right, this looks a little orange for me. It is super pigmented, which makes it a little bit difficult to blend out. So you just have to be really careful with this. Okay, I'm just going to go in with my fluffy brush that I use to set my face. And I'm just going to go around the edges to kind of diffuse it. Like, it got kind of patchy right here. You could see, I don't know if you could tell, but it got a little patchy right there. So for the lower lash line, we're going to go in with the shade right in the middle. Taking it on a pencil brush, I'm just going to run it along my lower lash. We're going to go back in with this shade. And I'm going to take this and run this along the actual lash line. I can tell you right now, I love this palette. So beautiful. I'm so excited. My mom's coming into town. When this video goes up, she'll already be here, but she comes in later tonight. I'm so excited. I haven't seen my mom since Thanksgiving, which is actually the longest I think it's been since we've seen my mom. Like, she comes all the time, and this time she didn't just because, you know, with the holidays and stuff, she was busy. And then we just found out my brother and his wife are moving back to California, which I'm really bummed about because they are the closest family I have to me. They're down in Nashville currently, and they're 7 hours away, so it's like an easy drive for us to go for the weekend. Now they're leaving, and they're moving back to California, and they're going to live right near my parents because my sister-in-law is getting her master's. And so I'm jealous because I'm like, I don't have any family. Like, we have Jeremy's family, but they are 10 hours away. So it's not like super easy to go see them. Let's move in to the rest of the face. This lash is like, I don't know what that's doing. So we're going to move into highlight. I'm going to be taking the Sunbeam, which looks like this. It's a super uber pretty. I'm going to use it today as a base. So what I do is I just put it on the back of my hand like this. And then with my finger, I kind of dab it. And I'm just going to pop it right on top. Just like that. Oh, look at how pretty that is. And then for highlight, we're going to be taking the Estate Do Me Pearl. And then I'm going to use this to highlight. You see? Right? I'm going to use my finger to pop some right on the inner corners. I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This one here is the Cherry Edition. All right, and then for lip gloss, let's go in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This here is the Fenty Glow.